Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond. I'm Ernie Crazy Eyes from Primitive Minds. Today, I have a special guest from North Carolina, Reason Define. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to see you guys perform. And y'all just finished listening to Reaper off of their second album, but it's a single because it's featuring Jacob Peters. How did you guys, come up with that feature? And can you tell me a little bit more about that song too?
So that song is actually based off of personal experience, and we just really felt like our friend Jacob kind of portrayed that middle part, that feature, really, really well. He's actually in a band called Never I that we're really good friends with in North Carolina.
He actually wrote that part and then surprised us with it at our album release.
Oh, nice.
So we played a hometown album release, and their band Never I was on it, and most of us didn't even know that he had written it or anything, and he just jumped up on stage during the breakdown that we already had written, and he just screamed it, and then the next day we were like, well, we have to go back to the studio and release that song again, because that's how that song was supposed to go. So that's kind of how he ended up being featured on the actual single.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And one thing I also like to, know about is the backstory behind the band name and stuff. So how did you guys come up with the Reason Define?
Starting from the beginning.
So we were a cover band that we all met like at a music school when we first started out, and we became The Reason You Stayed. That was our first band name because we were playing a show. I'm a left-handed drummer. We had to be the last band because they had to flip the kit we were using around. So I jokingly was like, "Oh, we're the reason you stay because you get to stay to the end to see us," and it was a dumb joke and it stuck with us. And when we started to release the first album, we kind of realized that we needed to grow up from that name a little bit, and we started really sitting down and thinking, like, what does this band mean to us? Like, what is the reason that we are in this band? And then we, thought about that, and we started defining our reason for being here, and then Reason Define just stuck from that point on.
It was born.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually pretty amazing. Each of you can answer this pretty much for every member here. Who or what inspired you to pick up the instrument or the microphone?
I'll go first, and I guess we can go around the circle.
Go for it.
I'm Shelby. Hello. I play guitar in Reason Define. I started playing guitar because I wanted to play Remembering Sunday on stage with Alex Gaskarth of All Time Low. And that's the most truthful answer I'll ever give.
That's great.
I'm Savannah. I also play guitar in Reason Define. I actually picked up guitar because my mom used to take me to a coffee shop when I was younger to see one of her friends just play acoustic guitar like once a month, and I was like super young and I just really looked up to him. I used to draw him little pictures all the time, every single show that we went to, and then that's how I started playing. And now I'm in a rock band, which is not exactly what he was playing, but it was still what made me pick up the guitar to begin with.
That's awesome.
I'm Paulina, and I sing in Reason Define. I started singing. The second I could, I started singing, but the first time that I ever, sang in front of people was when I was 7 at church, and I got a solo. And I didn't really know, I was young enough to, not really realize that, you could be good at something like that. So I just did it because I was sang in, the car with my mom and whatever. And I got it and didn't tell my parents because, again, I didn't really think that it was, a big deal. And then everybody was like, "You can sing?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then I just never stopped. But now I'm in a rock band.
I'm Caitlin. I play bass. The first time that I heard Cliff Burton play bass, I was like, well, I want to do that. I don't play anything close to that, but I want to. Maybe one day.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I play drums in Reason Define. So my mom was a drummer, and she claims that when I was 18 months old that she knew that I was going to be a drummer. she says that. She'll tell you the story. I don't really know. But I stopped when I was really young, and I started to be a dancer. And then when I gave that up, Shelby, who's my sister, needed a drummer for a talent show that she was doing. And I was just kind of like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And then I picked up drums, and I was like, wow, this is actually awesome. So then from that point on, I stuck to it, and now I'm in a rock band.
That I'm in the rock band it's trending right now.
I definitely didn't think that that's where I was gonna be.
Nope.
Once I turned, like, I started doing the, like, school music thing with them. Not with them, but, like, I started doing that when I was, like, 15. And that's when I was like, am I gonna be in a rock band? And then I was like, I'm gonna be in a rock band.
I'm gonna be in a rock band.
Paulina made me be in this band
I
at the
did.
beginning.
Rock band.
So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I definitely made her. Her and
but
I,
now I'm.
her and I had, like, a little
stuck here.
project before that wasn't going anywhere.
No, it
but it was
wasn't.
for fun. And then I found The Reason You Stayed, and we were like, we need lady bassist. And I was like, you just started playing bass. You're gonna be my bassist. And she fought me for months.
I
on
did
it.
do that.
And then I won.
And now we're here in Harlingen, Texas.
And now,
rock band.
and now I'm in a rock band.
In Arlington, Texas.
Okay, so right now we're gonna play Kingdom off of their first album. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Shield your weakness when you shoot me down. Am I level with a dead man? 6 feet under and you can't hear a sound. Is this really what you wanted?
So, hello everybody. Welcome back to Music and Beyond. I'm here with Reason Defined. You just finished listening to Kingdom off of their first album. Can you guys tell me a little bit more about that song? And yeah.
So I guess I'll start. That's actually the only song that we still consistently play off of the first album. And one of my favorite things about that song specifically is that it started off as just a terrible mess of a song. It was absolutely a train wreck. And we worked on it. Yeah, it was not great. And we worked on it. We changed so many different things. And like, we hated it every single second. We hated it. And then there was one night where we were like, okay, I think it's done. Let's show it to all of our friends and family. And we played through the song. And then we looked at each other and we were like, oh my God, that's the song. That's the one.
Yeah.
And so like the song that we hated the most throughout the entire writing process of the first album is just like, it's the one. Like, I don't know. I don't think that we'll ever stop playing that song. And I like it because it kind of shows like, you know, not everything's going to be great at first, but if you put your time and you put your effort and you put your heads together, then you're going to come up with something good. Yeah, have patience.
Yeah,
is a big thing.
and see, when I found out that you guys were coming down here, I looked you guys up on YouTube and on Apple Music, and when I heard that song, because I like to, you know, listen to it from beginning to end, so I listened to it and I was just thinking to myself, like, I need to talk to this band, you know, because it just felt like an amazing experience listening to that song and to the whole album.
Yeah,
So
that song is really cool also because that was one of the first songs that we actually like all sat down and collaboratively wrote in the same room together at the same time. Because a lot of the other songs on that album were written by like individual people all the way through and then didn't like,
It was just kind of like a lot of the songs
It
were
was just
like
like-
things that we already had to make, just so we could
Yeah.
just make a freaking album. We were like, we need material, and
It
so
was-
we just
it was very pieced together, and then that song in particular we like really sat down and tried to make it as cohesive as possible, and I think it shows in the final product.
yeah, I loved it. You know, I'm probably gonna. That's definitely making the playlist. And talking about playlist, just a little something that I'm doing for you know, the people that like to follow my journey. Every band that I interview, I add them to playlists on my Apple Music account, which I'll be messaging you guys when the interview releases. So your name, along with other like 27 other bands that I've had the pleasure to talking to. Wow. So you know, so people could find the playlist, and you know, it's a public thing. So you know, I share it to Facebook any possible chance I can without spamming it. So
That's great.
so yeah, so I'll be adding you guys to the playlist after the interview releases. So
Sweet. Thank you.
but how's y'all's writing process? You know, like what comes first, the song or?
it kind of just depends.
The lyrics normally come first.
We
in the
are
writing
constantly
process.
writing lyrics.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I would say that. Like, we do compared to what other bands have talked to me about, we do our writing process completely backwards. Like, we do lyrics, then we do guitars, then we do like melodies for the song, and then we do drums last normally.
But sometimes we'll switch it up, and it really just depends. But we definitely always have lyrics handy, and then just kind of wait till somebody's like, "Hey, I wrote this thing. Are we in the mood to go along with this right now?" And then that's how it happens.
Lately, we've just kind of like let the song take us wherever it wants to go. When we first started writing, we were really, that first album, everything we wrote, we were like, it has to be done like this has to be done this way, it has to be done just like this. And the next album, we were like, no, we need to take a step back, we need to just like let the song go where it needs to go, and we'll follow it and we'll see what happens.
It'll take you there.
Yeah.
You just gotta, we always say trust in the process or trust the vision, because like, if you try to take control over a song too much, like in the writing process with like like having high expectations for how something is supposed to go, or how it's supposed to sound, or what it's supposed to be about, then it's going to sound like a very forced song. And I think that we all take pride in the fact that we kind of just allow the song to breathe whenever we are writing it, and let it go wherever we're feeling like it needs to go, and instead of just trying to keep it on that same path. And if it branches off, then that's cool, you know, and then we kind of just run with it.
That's freaking amazing. And that's awesome, because I always like write down like lyrics and stuff, because at one point I wanted to be a rapper, and then at one point I wanted to like make rock beats, but like kind of like a Highly Suspect type thing, or like Limp Bizkit, and like just rap over that. But I'm like, you know what, I'm just a poetic person, so I'll just do it a cappella.
Hey, it's a really easy way to constructively move through some weird times in your life, to just like write it out and get it out of your body. So respect.
Yeah, totally. And you know what, like I really enjoy the lyrics that you guys put down, and you know, the music and the drums and the guitar and the bass are just, you know, like if I could put sound effects here, it would be like a Mario thing, like you know, who would you guys like to tour with?
Oh man, we want to tour with Dollskin.
Coheed and Cambria. Are we picking like realistic goals right now, or like
Or
my biggest dream?
It could be both, you know, and each of y'all could answer if y'all want, you know.
Okay, my answer, this is Savannah. I want to go on tour with Coheed and Cambria. It's on record. Please take me on tour, Coheed and Cambria. That's my answer. That's my only answer. That's my final answer.
If you're listening.
This is Shelby. I want to go on tour with Joan Jett.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I know what you're gonna say, I think. So I'm gonna say Paulina is going to say Beartooth, because I think that Caitlin is going to say the other band I want to tour with.
This is gonna. Now I feel very pressured to
Well,
say
if it's
the
not
right
it, I'll
band.
tell you, and then I'll say a second one because I want to.
Personally would really love to tour with Every Time I Die, just because.
I was wrong.
Oh, nice.
Just because they're
I was
my.
gonna say My Chemical Romance.
Oh, no.
They're touring now.
They
so,
are
like,
touring now, but I don't want to.
I wanna.
I mean, I wanna. No. Let's not say that I don't. I don't want to put that idea in my brain, because then I will get very too much attached to it, and I can't.
She wants Every Time I Die.
I'm gonna stick with my firm answer. Every Time I Die, they're my favorite band of all time, and I would love to tour with them.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
I agree with all of these so far.
I'm fine with all of them.
I don't know, man. I think I want to tour with Dollskin. I want to tour with State Champs. I want to tour with Beartooth. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's just go on tour.
I just want to like form a Warped Tour lineup and just do that. That's kind of where my brain's at.
Let's do like a parking lot show, like just like here at the Metallica, we're playing, and then play the parking lot, like if somebody sees it, you know.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
always
playing
down
to
to
play the
party.
parking lot of Metallica. I'm into it.
Or Beartooth, or Every Time I Die.
We would totally get some attention for that.
Yeah.
It might be illegal, but that's fine.
Let's make it happen.
I'm into it.
I know you guys released In Loving Memory?
Just In Memory.
In Memory. You guys released it last year.
A year ago today.
A year ago today?
A year ago
Oh,
today.
wow, nice. A year ago today, guys. Check it out, though. Is there any works in like a new album or a single, or what is your plans for 2020?
We're writing. That's the plan, is to just write stuff.
Definitely something by the end of 2020. We don't really know what yet. We're trying to figure out what's going to be the best direction. So we're just trying to write some stuff that we're really proud of right now, regardless of if it's going to be like, are we doing a full album? Are we just releasing some singles? Right now, we're just trying to focus on writing something that we're happy with and proud to call our own.
That's awesome. And I feel like a fanboy right now. I get that every time when I talk to a band. I'm just like, oh, like this is so cool. But that's awesome. Like, I really can't wait to see what you guys have planned, and I hope you guys come back, to Harlingen or Austin or.
We love Texas.
We do love Texas.
I'm sure we will be back.
Yeah, so far in 2020, we've played more in Texas than we have
Anywhere
anywhere near home, like at all.
Combined.
Yeah. So we really, when we say we love Texas, we really mean it. We really love Texas.
Like, we really, really love it.
You guys are a Texas band now.
Texas locals, Reason to Find.
People are like afraid that we're about to just like jump ship from North Carolina and just move straight to Texas.
Nah.
I'd be into it.
So can you guys talk to me more about Waves? Because when I heard it, I had to listen to it like several times because that song was just so deep. You know, what's the story, or, you know?
So that song was another song that we really had to like workshop a lot, kind of like Kingdom. And the song itself is about my dad passing away in 2016.
Oh, man.
So the first song on the album and the last song on the album are both about him.
Oh, okay.
And Waves is basically about the moment when they told me that he wasn't going to wake up, and like the feelings that go along with that. And it's the first stage of grief, which is denial. And the whole song is about that particular moment in my life, which is weird to talk about.
Yeah.
The whole album is actually based off of the 5 stages of grief, and there's 2 songs in each stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that's the first stage of the album and stuff. So it goes through all 5 stages as you listen to it.
That's crazy. I'm going to have to really listen to it more so that I can just get into it.
Yeah.
Man, that's wow.
Yeah. Like you saying that it's a deep song, like
Yeah.
yes, there's a lot of heavy stuff on the whole album.
The whole album just like
It's heavy.
it truly ripped us apart trying to write that thing. I don't think we like had to take a little bit of a break after we wrote that album because we were all so mentally, physically, emotionally drained from trying to get that album out because we all dug so deep on what we wanted to write about. We knew that we wanted to write about stuff that we were still grieving and stuff that we were still going through and issues we were having, and so we were like, if we're gonna do this, we have to go all in and we have to just gut ourselves, and
We did.
and we sure
We
did.
really did.
It was really, really hard. It was really hard, but we did it.
Yeah, and those songs are amazing, honestly.
Thank you.
And we're almost done here. We have like 3 more questions. I want to keep you up all night long.
We're here.
This is more of a fun question. Message to the fans. You know, what would you like your fans to know? You know,
We're going to go back to Florida. Also,
That's the message.
Florida
might explode if we don't go
Yeah.
back there.
Also, people of the Northeast, we are going to visit you as well. I promise.
We coming.
Keep your pants on. It's gonna be all right.
That's the message.
That's our band.
And we love you.
Keep being you. We're coming back to Florida. That's it.
that's amazing. This next question is a little bit a more upbeat question. If each and every one of you was stuck in an elevator by yourselves with any musician, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you talk about?
Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. I love that man with my whole heart, and I would just talk his ear off about his scores. I want to be stuck in an elevator with Hans Zimmer.
I want to be stuck in an elevator with Freddie Mercury because I want to be like, how you sing like that for that long, and for just how? Because my voice just like shits out all of the time, and I want to be like Freddie Mercury. He was made of steel.
He was.
Anybody want to guess my answer, Savannah? Anyone?
I know.
Oh, I already know.
I don't know.
So if I was stuck in an elevator with anyone, it would be Claudio from Coheed.
Oh, yeah.
Cambria.
Okay,
and I would want to talk to him all about his songwriting process all day long. It's a hard question if you
It is
don't
a hard question.
you're not in love
Okay.
with someone.
So I know, right? I would want to be stuck in an elevator with Jenna McDougall from Tonight Alive,
Oh, nice.
and I would just talk to her about life and her journey as a musician and do yoga together. That would be beautiful. In an elevator.
I mean, I guess
There's enough room for two people to do yoga in an
It
elevator.
girl, it depends on which elevator you're in.
True.
We've experienced many elevators.
I think my pick would be Andy Williams from Every Time I Die. And then we could also talk about wrestling on top of music. So I feel like that would give us a broad spectrum of topics to cover.
Favorite wrestler of all time?
That's so hard.
I'll help you out. Mine are Eddie Guerrero and Mick Foley.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah.
Mine's Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What about the lady?
Who? Becky Lynch?
Yes.
Listen, she's my favorite,
But it's of all time.
but it's of all
Okay,
time.
okay,
It's different.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
really difficult
I'm
question.
uneducated.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
But the lady.
We're,
I wanted it to be a lady.
we're going to have to go watch the WWE Network.
Mine's Ronda Rousey.
Girl.
I'm uneducated.
Huh?
Yeah, now she's a.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I think she did one stint and that's about it. She just kind of wanted to.
She used to do MMA.
This is
Right?
going off the rails, man.
I'm sorry.
hey, it's music and beyond. We can talk about anything.
Okay, so if you really want to know,
She did MMA, and then she did WWE.
she did MMA, and then she got signed to WWE after
Yes.
she did a couple appearances for like WrestleMania and stuff like that. And then she was only on for like one quote unquote season of wrestling, and now she's on break trying to get pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah, but
we know
rumor
that's
has it that after she gets pregnant and has a baby, that she might go to WWE again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
With her baby?
well, no, not
baby
not,
wrestler.
not in there, not.
Yeah, no, she's strapped her to her back.
A little baby sumo behind her.
Oh no. That got dark. No, I'm just kidding. Do you guys do? Well, I know you guys do, but do you guys have any merch available? And is it online or do we have to go and travel? You guys.
It's definitely online. We have reasontofine.com is our website. You can get pretty much any information that you want on us on that website, and we have a Teespring account
Yeah,
now.
so we have a drop shipping merch situation going on now, so you can get any size you want. We
any
have
of the
hoodies,
designs and-
we have t-shirts, we have all of our new shirts, we have a couple old shirts in a couple colors that weren't available at the beginning. There's some cool stuff on there.
There's
and
designs on there that we don't carry on
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah.
On the road we have just like,
Our
the
show
essentials.
stuff.
the essentials.
Yeah.
But online there's actually way more that you can get.
Yeah, and you can get them in up to 5XL tall.
Oh, nice.
So
Like super
Enough for everybody.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we have all of the sizes now.
You hear that, Florida?
We promise we're coming back, Florida.
There was a summer where we were in Florida almost as much as we are in Texas right now.
Oh, really?
It's true.
Yeah.
That's so cool,
We haven't
but
been back at all since.
oh, really?
We're working on it. We're in Texas.
And
Well-
they're yelling.
Well, please don't take as much time as it did to get to Florida as it to get to Texas. I know you guys just talked about your merchandise, but where can we find you guys? Social media wise.
We are on everything.
All the medias.
Everywhere. Just look up Reason to Find. We got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
We got a TikTok. It kind of sucks right now, but we're working on it.
Don't follow it. Sorry. Type in Reason to Find Band, otherwise you'll just get the definition for Reason, which you could enjoy as well, I guess.
That's great. Thank you everybody for listening to my interview with Reason to Find out of North Carolina. Would y'all like to say goodbye or?
Bye, guys. This has been Reason to Find in Texas.
Thank you for having us.
Thank y'all for listening, and be sure not to go anywhere because I'm going to leave y'all with Waves off of their second album. And don't forget, everybody, that without music, life would be a mistake.